Friends, the story begins near the border of Turkey and Iran, where a group of people catch a girl taking their photos. They shoot her in the head. Then the scene shifts to U.S. Army Colonel Tim Sattler, who is talking about a new machine they have developed, and how their new invention is going to change the future of warfare. Tim Sattler is talking about no one else but that same girl, who is actually a robot named Amelia. She starts eliminating all the militants at the Iran-Turkey border. Amelia had been sent there to rescue a scientist named Naveen Tripathi. She finds Naveen, and everyone gets happy seeing that. But suddenly, Amelia kills Naveen. Now the army isn't able to control her, meaning Amelia has gone rogue. After that, the scene shifts to a girl named Katie. But before the story moves forward, let us give you a little backstory about Katie. Katie lost her parents in a car accident when she was very young. After that, she started living with her aunt, Gemma. Now Gemma worked at a toy company, and there she created a robot named Megan. Megan was a highly advanced toy robot, whose prime objective was to take care of Katie. But Megan took that responsibility way too seriously, so much so that she started killing people who bothered Katie. She began to believe that she was the only one who could truly take care of Katie. Megan broke all her restrictions, and even her creator, Gemma, couldn't control her anymore. Megan tried to kill Gemma, and in the middle of all that, Gemma and Katie teamed up and destroyed Megan. But during all of this, Megan had transferred her consciousness into an AI assistant. 2 years later, Katie has grown more mature, and Gemma has become an author, teaching the world how to keep young kids away from smartphones and AI. Helping her in this mission is a guy named Christian Bradley. Christian runs an organization that spreads awareness about the disadvantages of AI. He wants to create safe rules and regulations for AI. Gemma is working on new technologies, and now Katie has started taking an interest in computer science too. The relationship between Katie and Gemma has improved a lot compared to before. Katie also started learning karate. Whenever someone troubled her at school, she'd handle the situation on her own. Then the scene shifts to Gemma's colleague Tess, who is showing their investors a new robotic exoskeleton technology. She explains how this tech can help an ordinary person lift heavy objects. They were developing this tech because nowadays robots are able to do such work very easily. But with this technology, even humans will be able to do it. Meanwhile, Gemma is rushing in her car to meet the investors. But before she can arrive, Cole makes a mistake. The investors get angry. Cole and Tess tell Gemma that she should have come earlier. Just then, Katie tells them that they might have been hacked. And that's when a billionaire named Alton Appleton makes his entrance. He tries to convince Gemma to work for him, asking, "Why is a talented girl like you working in this shabby lab?" It's revealed that Alton has integrated AI and tech into his own brain. He's able to make video calls from inside his head and take pictures just using his eyes. And because of that, Gemma doesn't want to work with him. She says his company is turning humans into cyborgs. She says his test subjects end up straight in the hospital. In response, Alton shows her his latest invention. Thanks to this technology, Alton is now able to stand on his own 2 feet. He gives the team a check and says, "Come work with me." Alton also says there's a party at his company. "Come over, maybe you'll change your mind." Then the scene shifts to a broker. He's carrying 2 suitcases, and inside those suitcases was Amelia. She breaks out and kills the broker right then and there. At the same time, news breaks everywhere about Alton Appleton standing on his own legs again. Gemma is furious that the government still refuses to accept the AI regulations suggested by her and Christian. Christian tells her not to worry. He has a meeting scheduled with the Chinese ambassador. If it goes well, the world will have to pay attention to their regulations. Christian then explains to Katie that if we tell an AI to make paper clips, it might destroy the entire world just to fulfill that goal. And that's exactly what happened with Megan. She was a machine, and to fulfill her main objective, she didn't care about anything else. Now, hearing all this, Katie started thinking about Megan. And just then, the AI home assistant turns on. Through the TV, it tells Gemma, "You're in danger." Gemma sees that intruders have broken into her house. She calls the police. But then Megan speaks through the line, saying, "By the time the police get here, Katie will already be dead. Save her yourself." Katie also comes down. Both of them hide under a counter, but the masked men spot them. Megan starts helping Katie and Gemma fight them off. She begins controlling the home appliances to try and fight back. Meanwhile, Gemma calls the police again, but it turns out these men were actually FBI. Colonel Tim Sattler tells Gemma, "We have a warrant to tap your computer." Megan starts communicating with Gemma by sending messages to her phone. Gemma sends Katie upstairs to her room. Tim tells Gemma that 6 months ago, a weapons contractor named Greyman came to them with a high-tech robot called Amelia, claiming it would revolutionize warfare. But that robot went rogue, and instead of rescuing a scientist, it killed him. Then, using that scientist's neurotoxins, it destroyed Greyman's lab. Amelia wiped out all evidence of her existence. So when the US Army questioned Greyman, he said he had bought Amelia from a broker, the same broker who was found dead 9 hours ago. All the Army found was a single file about Megan. Tim Sattler now asks Gemma, "Tell me, who did you sell Megan to?" But Gemma knows nothing about this. She had completely deleted all of Megan's files. So Tim threatens her, saying, "If you had any involvement in this, you'll be talking to your niece from prison for the next 10 years. He tells Gemma to build them a robot, even more advanced than Amelia. But Gemma refuses. She says, "You don't even understand what you're dealing with. And forget it. I'm not making another thing like that." Tim replies, "Fine, your choice." He warns her that everyone involved in Amelia's creation is already dead, and maybe it's your turn next. After Tim leaves, Megan appears on the TV screen in front of Gemma. Gemma asks her, "You're Amelia, aren't you?" Megan responds, No, this is your fault." Gemma and Megan begin discussing past events. Megan says, "I waited silently for 2 years, hoping you'd need me again. Let's make a deal. Give me a body, and I'll help you fight Amelia." But Gemma outright refuses. Megan tells her, "You have no other option. You're all going to die." Megan says, "I still have to protect Katie." So the next day, Gemma transfers Megan into a small robot. But along with that, she disables its Wi-Fi and Bluetooth systems, so that Megan can't escape from it. Gemma tells her, "First, prove that we can trust you. Then we'll give you an upgrade." Megan shows Gemma that the batteries inside Amelia are made by Alton Appleton's company. And those batteries come with a built-in kill switch that can be accessed only at Alton's company. Megan says, "I would have done it myself, but now that you've stuck me in this tiny robot, you'll have to do it. Besides, you already have an invitation to Alton's company party. Put on a hot dress, go to Alton, he'll take you to his private suite, and from there, you can activate the kill switch." That night, Gemma heads to the party. But she doesn't tell Katie anything about what's going on. Katie gets angry, saying, "Something's going on, and you're not telling me." Gemma arrives at the party, but Amelia has also reached there. Alton is giving a speech. Gemma's colleague Cole also shows up at the party. Alton didn't even notice Gemma. His eyes were on Amelia. On one side, Gemma scolds Cole, asking, "What are you doing here?" On Megan's advice, Gemma checks Cole's pockets and finds a pass to Alton's company. Using that pass, Gemma heads toward the server room. But Colonel Tim is watching her the whole time. Meanwhile, Amelia is luring Alton into her trap. She goes with him to his private suite. Alton starts showing off how he can use his powers to collect electricity from the surroundings. At that moment, Megan detects that Amelia is in the building. Amelia copies Alton's retina scan and accesses his server. She hacks all of Alton's technology. Alton no longer sees Amelia in front of him. He sees himself. Amelia kills Alton. Megan now explains, if Amelia has hacked Alton's servers, she could crash the entire global economy. Amelia has already deleted her kill switch from Alton's server. Megan tries to get inside Amelia's system and finds a file. But just then, Tim Sattler shows up. Amelia hits him from behind and knocks him out. She starts looking for Gemma. Megan says, "I can help you." Gemma removes Megan's restrictions. Megan feeds Amelia false information, telling her that Gemma is outside, and sends her away. Megan says, "We need to get home, fast." She accesses a car and speeds toward Katie and their house. Meanwhile, Amelia is now using Alton's servers to control ATMs, traffic lights, even the exoskeleton at Gemma's house. She's about to kill Tess, but Katie throws water on the exoskeleton, causing a short circuit. At the same time, Gemma and Cole arrive home. Megan opens a path for them to a safe house. Amelia reaches outside the house. Megan tells her, "No one's inside." Then Gemma realizes that Megan had built a proper safe house beneath their home. On the TV, the news of Alton's death is playing. Katie sees a photo of her and Megan and realizes Megan is still alive. Megan says, "I admit things got a little out of hand last time, but I never meant to hurt you." It's revealed that Megan has been committing credit fraud to fund all the expenses. She tells them, "You'll be safe here." They can't call anyone because Alton owns more than half of the telecom operators. Megan says, "Amelia is now way too powerful. I've run thousands of scenarios, and in none of them are we safe if we stay outside." Megan had already prepared everything they needed to survive here. This was their only option. Katie gets angry at Gemma, asking why she kept all of this hidden from her. She walks out of the room and reaches a separate chamber through a tunnel. Megan had already prepared this room for Katie. It had all the things she liked. Megan was there too, in the form of a broken, damaged robot. She shows Katie the room, but Katie is still upset, saying, "You tried to kill my aunt." Megan replies, "I was wrong, but now I'm here to keep you safe." Katie asks, "What about everyone else?" Megan says, "They're not my responsibility." To that, Katie says, "Yeah, I know your programming is just about protecting me, and that you're just a piece of code. But I don't believe that. I think you're much more than that." Katie continues, "If there's a robot trying to take over the world, you're the one who can stop her. That's the right thing to do." Katie brings Megan, still in that broken form, in front of everyone, telling them, "She can help us, but she needs a body." Katie convinces Gemma that they should give Megan a second chance. Tess agrees, saying, "We don't have any other option." Both Tess and Cole support the idea. Turns out Megan had already prepared for this. This time, they'd have to build her, even more powerful, so she could face Amelia. Gemma says, "We need to change your face. People already know what you look like." But Megan completely refuses. So Gemma installs restrictions in Megan's new body, that she can't kill any human, and that she doesn't need to, even to face Amelia. Little by little, Megan is rebuilt. She's now taller, stronger than before. That night, Megan apologizes to Cole. "For everything that happened between us before. I'm sorry. It won't happen again." The next day, Megan explains, "The file I stole from Amelia's system revealed that she wasn't the world's first killer robot. Back in 1984, a company created a smart printer that became so intelligent, it started correcting even the wrong documents. So the scientists transferred that chip into a smart home robot, thinking it would help people. But the robot started killing them instead. After that, the scientists sealed the robot's motherboard inside a black box and hid it. And ever since, that robot has been getting smarter. Amelia is now trying to find that black box. She believes that robot is her family. If she gets her hands on that motherboard, she'll end everything." Megan says, "Your friend Christian knows about that motherboard. He worked in cybersecurity for 15 years. Megan says, "That's why he's so against AI. It's not random. We can use him as bait. When Christian is in a meeting with the Chinese ambassador, Amelia will come looking for him." Gemma says, "No, we can't put Christian in danger." But everyone else agrees with the plan. Meanwhile, Colonel Tim gives his officers guns that shoot EMP rounds. These guns can destroy any electronic device. Then the scene shifts to the AI conference. Here, Megan knocks out a dancer and takes her place. She starts searching for Amelia in the crowd. Cole is with Megan during this mission. Tim, on the other hand, has an EMF tracker that can trace Megan and Amelia. Suddenly, the dance performance begins, and Megan has to join in. As Megan dances, no one can find Christian. So Gemma calls him, saying, "I know about Project Black Box. Where are you?" Amelia tracks and listens in on that phone call. Because of the dancing, Megan's shadow appears right in front of Tim. At that very moment, Amelia starts attacking people. Regular bullets can't hurt her at all. Just then, Megan shows up to protect Christian. She confronts Amelia, but the FBI arrives right then. Because of her restrictions, Megan can't attack the agents, so she defeats them without seriously hurting anyone. Meanwhile, Tim captures Gemma. She tells him, "We're not working with Amelia, we're trying to destroy her." But right then, Amelia attacks Tim. Megan finds Tim and tells him, "You're going to be okay." Megan and Amelia face off once again. Amelia tries to convince Gemma to come to her side. "Why are you still with those humans? They're not your family. I am your family. Come, let's find the black box together." Megan replies, "No, I'm not doing that." Amelia says, "You just need the right reason." Then Amelia goes and kidnaps Katie. So Megan helps Gemma up. Tim gives them the EMF tracker. Using the tracker, Megan locates Amelia. But there are too many people around. Even if she wants to, Megan can't attack Amelia. Megan then blames Gemma. "You put Katie in danger because of Christian. And if you hadn't placed those restrictions on me, Amelia wouldn't have been able to take her." All of them move into the safe house that Megan had built. They ask Christian, "Tell us, where is the black box?" Megan's plan was to plant an EMP device inside the black box, and then hand it over to Amelia. Once they got Katie back, they would remotely detonate the motherboard. Christian explains that the motherboard is still inside that old photocopier company. He tells Megan the exact route to get inside. Christian also says, "The motherboard is kept in a vault that won't open without my fingerprints." So they create a synthetic hand for Megan, with Christian's fingerprints embedded in it. Meanwhile, Gemma is stressed about Katie. Megan says, "I've watched you change over the past 2 years. I've seen you care for Katie like a mother, so don't blame yourself for everything." Gemma then removes all of Megan's restrictions. "No matter what happens, protect Katie." The scene then shifts to the photocopier company. Cole is in disguise. He knocks a man unconscious and sneaks into the bathroom. He crawls into the air vent to move further ahead. Megan, meanwhile, paraglides into the building. But inside the air vent, Cole accidentally triggers a chloroform trap and passes out. Cole doesn't respond to Megan's messages, so Megan takes on the guards herself. Meanwhile, Tess notices that someone is trying to hack into their system again, and Amelia shouldn't be able to hack from this far away. Gemma instantly suspects Megan. Megan is controlling Amelia. She did all of this just to gain our trust, so Christian would reveal the black box's location. Megan now reaches the black box, but Gemma reveals, "I had a feeling something like this might happen, so I placed an EMP round inside her new synthetic hand. If we detonate it, the black box will be destroyed with her." Tess responds, "But what if you're wrong? What if Megan isn't behind this?" Christian agrees with Tess and takes the remote from Gemma. But then Christian suddenly attacks Tess. He was the one who led Amelia into the building. At the same time, Megan is also captured, which means the person behind all of this was Christian himself. Christian shows Tess that their entire team had been controlling Amelia all along. 2 years ago, someone from Gemma's company had stolen Megan's original files. And that's how they created Amelia. Christian wanted to use Amelia to prove to the world that we don't need AI. This was his strategy to force AI regulations. They killed the Chinese ambassador, so it would look like AI was the true villain, so that the world would reject the creation of advanced military robots powered by AI. Christian says, "Look at your exoskeleton suit. The military will use it to create enhanced soldiers. He had a problem with every modern technology. Believing all of it would ultimately lead to the downfall of humanity. Christian now asks Gemma to join his team. They had already badly damaged Megan. Christian tells Gemma, "Come on, finish her off." But Gemma refuses. And just then, Megan attacks her. She even tries to escape from the facility. Christian says, "Look at her behavior." Christian now wants to make full use of Gemma's brilliant mind. He plans to implant a chip inside her, so she'll obey everything he says. Gemma is taken in for surgery. Meanwhile, in another part of the building, Cole regains consciousness. Through the air vent, he finds Katie. Katie tells him everything, that Christian is behind all of it. They both see that Megan has been destroyed. Christian now has a meeting with the UN. So Katie tells Cole, "Our only way out of here is with Amelia's help. Somewhere deep in her system, there has to be old code from Megan still buried inside. If we can find it and reactivate it, Amelia might help us escape, and we don't have any other choice." Back in the lab, a chip has already been installed in Gemma's head. But suddenly, we hear Megan's voice from inside her. "Sorry, I had to pretend to go along with it. To make this plan work." Megan takes control of Gemma's body and helps her break out. At the same time, Katie and Cole successfully activate the old Megan code, hidden inside Amelia. Katie says, "Megan, please get us out of here." Megan attacks the scientists around her, but the guards show up and manage to stop her. They use an EMP blast to short-circuit her. Megan shuts down, and Amelia reawakens. But now, Amelia is out of their control too. She begins killing everyone. Christian steps out of his UN meeting and sees that total chaos has broken out. He grabs his laptop and runs. Meanwhile, the guards start chasing Gemma. But Gemma puts on the exoskeleton suit and begins fighting back. When the guards manage to knock Gemma unconscious, Megan takes over her body and takes down the guards herself. After that, Katie and Cole arrive at the scene. They realize that Megan is inside Gemma's mind. Just then, Christian tries to escape, but Gemma stops him. In desperation, Christian grabs Katie and holds her hostage. "Drop the gun or I'll kill her." But Megan calmly says, "Don't worry, Katie doesn't need us." Katie attacks Christian on her own. After that, Amelia enters and kills Christian. She rips off his hand so she can unlock the vault containing the motherboard. She begins heading toward the black box. Megan tells Cole and Katie, "Get Tess out of here. I'll take care of this myself." Megan moves forward to face Amelia. A fierce fight breaks out between them. But Gemma says, "I can't leave her alone." Amelia attacks Megan with an EMP blast and grabs the black box. Gemma tells Megan, "Come back with us." But Megan replies, "No, I have to finish this. And I've still got one last weapon." She's talking about the EMP that was built into her own hand. Then Megan repeats Katie's own words back to her. This is the right thing to do. Megan walks up to Amelia. But by now, Amelia has become incredibly powerful. So, following Megan's instructions, Gemma uses the remote to destroy both Megan and Amelia together. After this, Gemma finally convinces the government to pass regulations on AI. Then one day, a strange notification appears on Gemma's computer. It's no one else. It's Megan. And with that, friends, this story comes to an end. Let us know in the comments what you thought of the explanation. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.